Hello. We're back up here. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. And here we are, social distancing. And happy spring to everybody. I know with spring, we're ready to come out and play, but then circumstances are saying, no, don't come out and play. But we can come out and play on our mat to kind of celebrate the start of spring with this kind of Hatha-Flow class. We're going to be doing a few sun salutations to honor the change in seasons. And so with no further ado, let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose, just like a little seed. Just like all the little seeds out there. So knees nice and close together.
Arms alongside the body, forehead resting on the mat. And just let this be the pose that allows you to come into the space. Allows you to come into your breath. Let's get the sit bones nice and heavy. Let the shoulders melt. Let the gentle pressure on the forehead bring you grounding. And as the breath starts to take center stage, as we explore how it travels through the body in this particular pose, as we create a little space of exploration and patience, and just let the worries of the day slide into the background, giving our mind a break from its busyness. If you like, get some music of your choice. It's so important in these days to not let perfect be the enemy of good. You might have all these expectations for what spring needs to look like right now. And circumstances, whether they're internal or external, might counter that. And instead of getting upset by it, go where it's good. So let's start moving our bodies. Come more inward. Let's extend the arms nice and long. Activate the arms. Press into the finger pads. And we're going to roll on up. And we're going to walk the hands in. And come on up to kneeling. Just take a moment. Let the bloodstream come back into the body. As we inhale, we're going to reach up. Look up if it feels good. And as we exhale, we're just going to lean. So this is the pose that I tell you not to do in camel. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lean. Starting to wake up our thigh. Inhale lift. And exhale. We will add a little bit more movement here. So as we inhale, we rise. And take our lean. Make sure the shoulder blades are on the spine, on the back. And inhale. This time we're going to dive back into our child's pose. Just let the forehead give a little kiss to the mat. And inhale to rise. Exhale to lean the hips back. Plank the body back. Inhale, lift. Maybe the hands come behind the ears. Exhale to dive. Well, we're just that little seedling that's lifting itself up out of the ground. Come back to lean. And dive in. If you'd like to hang on to a theme today in honor of the spring equinox, it can be, what seeds do we want to plant and nurture in these next few days? And you don't have to do anything crazy about it. You just have to think about those things. Those things that we want in our lives, we tend to We say, oh yeah, I want that, and then forget about it because we don't have time to do it. We don't have time to do it, so we don't think about it. But the thing is, if we don't think about it, we're not giving energy to it. And if we're not giving energy to it, it's not going to grow. All right, one more. Let's inhale to lift up. Press the hips. And then this one, we're leaning. Rise. And coil in. Let's bring the arms out again. We're going to activate them, get them strong. Take a few little mini vinyasas on the ground just to warm up the spine some more. We roll our spine on out into a knees plank. We exhale to come all the way to the ground. And then lift the heart in cobra. Again, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Inhale to push up on the hands and knees. And exhale back to the heels. Let's do that again. Draw the navel in and up so we can roll out kind of like an angry cat coming into our knees plank. Exhale, elbows stay close to the ribs as we lower ourselves to the ground. Inhale our cobra. Exhale, seven. Inhale to push up. Exhale, snake the hips back. Okay, now on this one, we're going to come into locust instead of cobra. Exhale, come into our half push-up. Lower it all the way down, slide the hands back. Inhale, flip the palms, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, melt down, settle the hands again close to the shoulders. Exhale, push up. And exhale down. Inhale to roll it out. So lower the chest, the heart to the ground, slide the hands back so we can lift on the next inhale. So lower down, hands under shoulders. Inhale to push up. And exhale back. Let's do one more. So inhale, unravel, uncoil the spine like a little fiddlehead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lift. Slide the hands back. Inhale up. And exhale back. Big breath here. And walk the hands in toward the knees. We're going to kneel. If this is too much, you can get a rolled blanket under the sit bones or just come into Sukhasana if kneeling is too much. Now, if you're feeling spunky and you want to wake up the feet, you can tuck the toes. Make sure pinky toes playing too. And do this next exercise from a more active kneel. We're going to be here for about a minute doing our Bhastrika breathing. So let's inhale the arms up, flip the palms, open the heart. And exhale, the fingertips come to the shoulders. And we're going to spend about a minute with our Bhastrika. So we're going to inhale from the left, exhale to the right, vigorously. Each one is vigorous, so it's going to look like this. You might want to get a tissue for this one. I know we got allergy season along with everything else. So let's come into a rhythm. Now you can keep this nice and smooth, or you can jazz it up a little bit. Whatever speed you're going, make sure you're getting a vigorous inhale and exhale through the nose. Spring clean those nasal passages. Now, if you started with the tucked toes and you're deciding, my body's not really liking that anymore, go ahead and release them down. No problem. You don't have to get crazy. Just be with your body. Notice what it wants. I'd say we're about halfway. Inhaling from the left, exhaling to the right. If we're slowing it down, we're here. Make noise. Make noise through those nasal passages. 10, 9, 8. And 1, let's inhale, elbows up to the sky. Take a big inhale, hold. Exhale. Release the hands to the thighs. If you've tucked your toes this whole time, congratulations. Release them down. Come back into your smooth, mindful breathing.
Is the whirlwind subsided? Once the whirlwind subsides, let's all meet in down dog. So take whatever down dog position you'd like. Pedal the feet, sway the hips. Those of you who are tucking the toes in that last one might want to really let one foot release, make some circles. And even if you weren't tucking the toes, this might be nice for you. Okay, let's make sure we have a good distance for our down dog, and we're not cheating ourselves in an effort to get to the ground with our heels. So inhale, come back into plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, up on the toes, roll the spine out. Just like we did with our mini vinyasa. Exhale, straight up and back with the hips. Okay, 2 more breaths in your dog. Minding your roots, minding your finger pads into the mat. And at your next exhale, we're going to walk to the top of the mat and come into a forward fold. Okay, soften the knees enough that we get the hip crease going, the hip crease fold here and not here. These little guys aren't really designed to get us to the floor. This one is. And if that means we've got to bend a lot, then so be it. Let's take our hands and interlace the fingers behind the head. Get some length through the neck, tuck the chin. Check in, see if the sit bones can rise without losing the hip crease. If not, that's fine. Stay bent. Relax the arms. Let's draw the navel in and up. Now we can curl the spine like in our cat pose as we unfurl to come up to mountain. And let's find our nice strong mountain. Feet hip width apart, sinking in on the exhale. Feeling the lift through the legs on the next inhale. Draw the pubic bone gently up. Hip bone. Imagine you can squeeze the hip bones together. And we open the heart without popping the chest. We'll get back bends, I promise. Grow long through the back of the neck. Okay, let's move along with our breath a bit. We're gonna give ourselves a nice big hug. Okay, let's do right over left to start. All the way hug. See if you can get your finger tips into the inner parts of your shoulder blades. Big squeeze. And on an exhale, we're going to lift the elbows and open. Blossom our breath. Let it all go. Okay, this time we're going to switch arms. So left over right. Inhale to draw in. Tuck the chin. Draw the navel up and in. Exhale. Open it out and up. Press the hips forward. It'll give you a little side view. Okay, right over left. This time give yourself a big hug. Curl in. Lift the elbows on the exhale. Press the hips, greeting the new year. Yeah, the seasonal year. Oh, left over right. So let it all go. The breath of the season of spring is the exhale in our breath cycle. So winter, nature has been holding its breath in. And now we're enjoying the big sigh of relief after winter. And let's release the arms down. A few little shoulder rolls. And this will work through the neck a little bit. Okay, and now in honor of the equinox. So the equinox is determined by the sun. So we're tilted in such a way that we have an equal night, equal day. That was actually yesterday, but close enough. Our first full day of spring. So let's come to the top of the mat and do our sun salutations, because our sun salutations is a symbol. The movement is kind of a symbolic dance of gratitude. And so thank you that I get another day to participate in this crazy game called life. So, some technical difficulties. Let's see what's going on over here. I blow a light. Oh, it looks like I blew a light. That's okay. Oh, that doesn't smell very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and leave those on. Technical. The fun of live stream. Okay. So, all right, so if I'm a little dimmer, I apologize. Okay, so let's come to the top. Where were we? We were saying thank you to the day, thank you to being part of life and breathing another breath. So let's start with sun salutation C with a lunge. So as we inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, press the hips, look up. Exhale, lead with an open heart as we dive forward. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, fold, step it back with the right leg, lower on the back knee. Reach forward and up for this one. Exhale, circle the arms around and down. We'll step right back to down dog. Inhale to roll it on out. Exhale, chaturanga, or just like we did before, the knees chaturanga. Inhale to lift the heart and into cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. One breath cycle here. At the end of the exhale, we'll step forward with the right foot. Move it down. Push forward and up for the inhale. Bit of a back bend. Exhale. Circle around and down. Step it forward. Inhale, get a flat back, whether you're pushing into the floor or into your shins. Exhale to melt. Thank you, thank you. Inhale to rise up, lifting the chin. Exhale to Namaste. And we'll lead with the left side. Inhale to open, press the hips. Exhale to dive. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in. Step it back with the left leg, lower down. And this time we'll circle the arms up. And exhale to reach forward and down. Downward dog. Up on the toes so we can roll out the spine. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Coming into our up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Savor a breath cycle and down dog. And at the end of it, we'll step forward with the left foot. Circling up. Exhale, reach forward and down, step it forward. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to coil in. Reaching back with the fingertips, long reverse swan dive. And exhale to Namaste. And now we're going to do sun salutation A. This is a little more simple, a little shorter. So again, we're at the top of our mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, fold, hop back or step back. If you'd hopped, land on slightly bent elbows, come down into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog and enjoy 5 beautiful breaths here. If you feel like you need a sway, you can take a sway. Let's check in with the hands, our roots, our finger pads are grabbing into the mat so that we relieve the wrists. Every inhale getting longer through the spine. Every exhale settling into our roots, which are our finger pads and our feet. And at the end of the next exhale, we're going to look ahead, bend the knees, and we're going to hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold it. Inhale to rise all the way. And exhale to Namaste. And we'll do sun salutation B. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach up, look up. Find our mudra for a moment. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, step or hop back. And lower down in the exhale. Inhale, scoop the heart forward. Exhale to down dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, send it through the hands. Pivot on the back foot. One inhale brings us all the way up into our warrior one. And the exhale brings us all the way down into our chaturanga. This is just warm up. So if you're not perfectly square in your warrior one, don't worry too much about it. We're still just warming up the body. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it forward. Try to keep the hips more or less square as we inhale to rise. Exhale to come down. Inhale the back bend. Exhale the down dog. And again, this is our resting pose. 5 beautiful breaths here. Or if you want to
rest in wide-legged child's pose, go ahead and do so. Release the head. Okay, if you are in child's pose, let's come on up. We're about done with our 5. We'll bend the knees, look ahead, step or hop. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, full bend the knees. We'll come up into our high chair. And exhale to Namaste. Okay, so we've given plenty of gratitude and salutations to the sun, thanking this new beautiful cycle that's coming into our lives. The external things we will always have external things and internal things that can distract us from who we are. And let's fan the things that fan the flame of the things that we find important in our lives, right here on the mat. Cultivating curiosity rather than avoidance. Okay, we'll head into our first standing sequence. So we're going to take a nice yummy forward fold. So let's reach up and reach out as we dive. If it's available, we'll take the back of the calves and pull the crown of our head closer to the ground. Asking our sit bones to rise, but again, keeping the crease closed at the hips and not coiled at the spine. And let's set the hands. We're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to lower down on the left knee. Setting up for our Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. So the knee is right over the ankle, and we're not coming past it. We want to get a nice 90-degree angle. Okay. We want to start feeling something in our left quadricep, the top of the thigh. So go ahead and tuck that back toe, scoot the knee back as much as it can. If this feels good, stay right here. Or we can climb up. Or we can climb up more. As we're here, we can work toward pulling our thumbs behind us and giving ourselves a bit more of a back bend. Now feed the back bend from the pubic bone. Give us more distance. So pull the pubic bone toward the chin. Feed the back bend up from the lower abs. Okay, and on our next exhale, we're going to take the left hand down to the ground, under the shoulder. Okay? And we're going to bring the right hand inside as well, and just kind of rock with that knee. So we're going to wing the right knee open as we shift the weight into the outer blade of the right foot. Just going to feel that out. Okay, let's wing it out and keep it there. Okay, this might be where we stop today. Okay, or we're going to release the right hand and let the right hand be a lever to turn us a little bit more. And if this feels good, you feel like you have a little more space to move into, sit down on the left elbow and come into that twist. Sink the hips on every exhale. Breathe lightness with every inhale. Let the breath, or let the body be the playground of your breath. And release. Let's come back to square. Square that leg in, frame the foot, and we'll just kind of pulse ourselves into the hamstring stretch. Accessible, whatever hamstring stretch is accessible in this pose. Or today, I should say, in this time. And then we're going to hang out. Let's find our hamstring stretch and enjoy it. Okay. If being If being down here is not giving you enough, pull the heel back, push the left knee forward, and engages those muscles in the back of the leg. Square the chest over the leg. Center of the chest pulls toward the center of the knee. And we'll ride forward on an inhale. We are going to pivot this left foot off the mat. I'm going to have to turn around for you to see this. And we're going to try to line up the right heel with the left knee. And we're going to come on up to a half warrior three. Warrior three. Warrior two. I don't have any chance to edit this, do I? Okay, again, the knee is directly over the ankle and not going past it. We're leaning in. Let's take the elbow onto the knee and reach up overhead and come into a half side angle. On an inhale, we're going to straighten the leg, and we're going to tip on over to a half moon, a half moon, quarter moon. Maybe we lift the foot. Trying to make sure our hips are over the knee as much as possible. We're not here. Find the balance. This is, we are in the balance of the year. Okay, set that foot down. Let's power the lift with an exhale. Reach straight on up and we'll come into a side bend. Well, let's point the right toe out to the side. We want, again, the heels in line with the knee. The shoulders are also in the same plane. Okay, we're going to take this left hand around, come around behind the back, and there we are. Hook the thigh. Now bend in again into our half warrior two. Okay, if this feels good, maybe we can slide down the ankle. Let's keep a strong connection with the outer right hand and the right knee, the outer right upper arm. So let's make that a dynamic connection down there. And let's reach up. Let's windmill around. Pivot the left knee back in line. And the right foot back. We're in our tabletop. Let's take a couple cat-cows. If you're feeling spunky on your cat, come up to the back, onto the backs of the feet. Come on back down. When you're ready, we're going to step the left leg forward. Spin around here so I can stay facing you. Okay, so we'll get our left low lunge set up. Again, knee over ankle, back leg. Let's tuck it and slide the knee back as much as we can before relaxing that foot again. And when we're ready, we can stay right here, feeling something in the right hip flexor. And maybe we climb up to the thigh. And this may be where we stop. This is cool. This is great. This is a beautiful place to be. And where we rise. No expectation. No matter if you've done Anjaneyasana a billion times. Maybe today, your body's like, no, this is good today. I'm going to stick around right here. This is where this is my happy place. This is my steady easiness. Or we're up here for a steady easiness. Long, intentional breath. On our next exhale, we're going to settle both hands on the inside. Let's make sure the right hand is underneath the shoulder. And we're going to start to rock that left knee out. So rolling onto the outer blade of the foot and coiling in. Let's see what this looks like from the front. So rock it out, bring it in. Kind of explore your body. Play in your body. Talk about letting perfect be the enemy of good. Huh. have fun in your body. We have a billion-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar industry telling us not to have fun in our body, that our bodies aren't good enough to have fun in. Oh my goodness. These bodies are amazing. So we can just move in and explore our bodies and how it changes. It changes every day. All right, let's wing that knee out. Let's sink the weight into the right hand and start to turn. We can use the left hand on the knee to help us to guide our chest around. Keep sinking the hips. And again, if you have the space, come down the elbow and bring that into your turn. And if that doesn't feel good, if you tried it out and go, I'm having a hard time keeping my breath, come right back up and twist from here. And let's release the left hand to the mat, help us come back up. Frame the foot with the hands. And we'll ease into our hamstring stretch on the left leg. Do you notice yourself letting perfect be the enemy of good? Like, oh, I'll wear those clothes when I lose the last few weights or last few pounds, or I'll do that activity once I'm stronger. If we keep postponing our happiness in our bodies, we're going to run out of time. We need to find joy in our bodies right now, because our bodies are amazing. Let's come into our hamstring stretch and stay squaring the chest over the knee. How are we nurturing our joy? Do we trample on the little sprout because it's not curling the way we want it to? We don't. We feed it, we nurture it, we guide it if we can with like a plant stake or something, give it some support. And yes, we can bring our will to bear in certain aspects, but a lot is left up to chance. And how we flow with that chance is how we flow through our lives. Let's rock forward. We're going to pivot the, how do I do this? Yep, pivot the right knee off the mat, or right foot off the mat. Bring the heel in line with the knee. And we're going to come on up to a half warrior two. So for the warrior two, we are off the knee. The back knee is slanted. Let's relax our shoulders down. Make sure our left knee is tending toward the little toe side. And on the exhale, we'll straighten that leg. And we'll tip ourselves on over. So check out, make sure that the right hand is in line with the knee and in line with the heel. And then we stack our shoulders. Maybe we look up, maybe we just look straight ahead. You can also stick a block under that right hand if you've got it. If you don't have a block, a nice thick pillow works. Rolled up blanket. Okay, we're gonna power lift with take a big inhale. Exhale. And we'll reach straight on up and tip on over for a gate pose. Again, we want to keep our shoulders nice and square. We want to find the support through our spine from the abs. Okay? So what that looks like is drawing the navel in and up. Okay? If you don't have the core established, you might be kind of sway back. Let's make sure we don't have a sway back. Let's pull everything in. Keep our Tupperware nice and sealed. And inhale back up. Let's come back into our half warrior 2. Settle the elbow. Did I miss something? I think I might have missed something. I can't edit this. I can't let perfect be the enemy of good, or else I would never live stream ever. And I'm really excited to work with Livestream. Okay, maybe if this feels good, we can. Oh, that's what I forgot. Okay, so from here we can take this right hand and bring it around and snuggle into the thigh. Okay, once you got that, we can slide the left hand down toward the ankle. Keep rolling the right shoulder open. Okay, our next inhale will reach on up. Exhale will come square over the leg. Let's pivot the back knee. Send the left foot back. You can take a vinyasa if you like. It's not a vinyasa class. It's a hatha class. I know we've been being pretty active for a hatha class, but it's spring. We want to flow into spring. Okay, here in down dog, let's do a little twist. So we're going to lift up on the toes. And we're going to bend the left knee a lot and settle the right heel. And as we do so, we're going to sink the left shoulder and look under our right armpit. Now, if it's available, let's bend into the left elbow as well. So the left knee and left elbow bent. Maybe we can set the elbow on the ground. See? Elbow on the ground. And let's come on up, back to center. We'll switch sides. So first thing, come up on the toes, bend the right knee a lot, sink the left heel. As we start to twist the upper body, so we can look under our left armpit, maybe we can even drop the right shoulder enough that we get the right elbow moving toward the ground. Keep lifting up through the left hip as much as possible. As we sink the right hip. And let's come on back to center. Breath here. And as we exhale, let's bring the knees wide, toes together, sink the sit bones, and melt the heart to the ground. If you want to thread the arms through the body, settle the cheek. Come back to the breath. And back to the center of the whirlwind which opens up to infinite peace. And let's switch sides with the head to make sure that we balance out the neck. Come back to your seed. Letting your mind ruminate over something of value. Every breath nurturing. Little seed, warming it like sunshine. Okay, let's bring the arms back along the mat. Come on up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward dog. We're going to step forward with the right foot. Stay up on the back heel. We're going to come up into our crescent lunge. Now we can come back into Anjaneyasana if this is too much right now. Lower that back knee and you're still here. We're going to take our blooming breath. So let's reach the arms up nice and wide. Flip the palms. Pull the thumbs behind us. As we exhale, right over left. Give yourself a nice big hug. Tuck the chin. A nice challenge for the balance. Exhale to reach up and out. Inhale to draw in like winter. Exhale, blossom. Okay, for this next one, we should be at left over right, but if we're not, that's okay. Just remember which one you have so that the next time you can have the opposite. So remember which one's on top. And we're going to shift the weight into the front leg. And lift back into an airplane variation. Now, if you can keep the hug, great. If you can't, extend out. Try to keep the hips nice and square for this one. Our next exhale, we're going to release the hands to the ground. Here's a really great place to have blocks. If you got them. Okay, now we're going to stack the hips. You see what just happened? You can see my whole bum now. So left bum over the right bum. Left hip over the right hip. Let's keep the right hand to the ground. And let's swing that left arm up to the sky. And we're in half moon. So it might be a little different way to get into half moon. Just enjoy it. Maybe we look straight ahead, or maybe we challenge our balance and look up to the left thumb. One more breath here. As we exhale, we're going to bend into the standing leg. Gently lower the left leg right into warrior two. Again, check in with this knee because it likes to cave in, whether we're in half warrior two or in full warrior two. One more breath here. And exhale, twin the hands down and around. Step the foot back. Go straight to down dog or take a vinyasa. Notice the difference between sides. And when we're ready, we're going to step forward with our left leg. Okay, set up your crescent lunge. Set up your balance. Keep the headlights of the hips pointing straight ahead. Reach on up. Okay, we started with right over left last time, and so we're going to start with left over right. So bring the arms out wide, flip the palms, give yourself a little back bend. On your next inhale, bring left over right, give yourself a nice big hug. Exhale to open. Inhale to draw in. Exhale, blossom. Inhale, curl. Okay, this time we should be ending up with, and we should have the other one on top. So this, for me, that's the left is on top now, okay? All right, we're going to shift the weight into the left leg now. Hop, little hop. And float up with that back leg. Coming into airplane. Now, this is just completely inaccessible. Feel free to airplane your arms. Again, exploring and accepting where your body is today. Ah, my body's wobbly today. All right, next exhale, we're going to settle the fingers. We're going to stack the hips. Lift the right hip over the left. Hug the left hip in. Okay. Keep the left hand rooted as we bring the right hand to the hip. Or bring the right hand up. Yes, I'm kind of freaking out because I can't edit. No, I'm not freaking out. I'm playing just like you are. Looking up. Or testing your balance by looking straight ahead, looking up. The real challenge is closing the eyes. And we're going to bend into the standing leg. And we're going to slide that right foot down to the ground, pointing back foot parallel to the back of the mat. And settle here. And on an exhale, we'll windmill on down. Sway the hips if that feels good. And as you're ready, we'll lower the knees, toes together, settle the sit bones. Just take a few breaths in child's pose. Let's keep the arms. Let's bring the arms behind the head, bend at the elbows. Just rest the either palms together or rest the fingers on the back of the neck. I hope my microphone can pick that up. yourself to stillness, to peace. It's from that place of stillness and peace that we can make decisions that aren't based on fear. We make so many decisions based on keeping us small, and the fearful reactions to things. So we just take the practice of breathing ourselves into the quiet and open space of the sky mind, the now, the wise self, the sage self. And we make decisions that just make more sense. We're going to come on up to tabletop. We're going to take this right knee into the chest and then scoot the right foot out, or scoot the right foot across and cross the knees. Okay, so the right knee is crossed in front of the left. We're going to point the left foot out to the side. Right foot is also out to the side, and we're going to lower ourselves back between the heels, and the right knee is going to come up with us. Okay? We're set up for our seated twist. Let's make sure we're seated. Our sit bones are nice and comfy on the ground. If they're not, sit up on a block. Okay, right hand comes around behind to tent. So we tent back here. So our inhale, we can push up and lift the chest, lift the spine, long through the spine. Let's get more lift. Inhale, reach up with the left hand, and exhale to come across. Maybe the elbow hooks, maybe it doesn't. And we look back over the right shoulder. We keep rolling this right shoulder open. Find the tide in the breath. The inhales are pressing into the ground to create space between the vertebrae, and the exhales are to see if we can move into that space. Even if it's just an intentional movement, and you can't really tell from the outside, that's okay. Breath all the way into the hips. Feel how it ripples all the way down the spine, that inhale, and then the exhale is a release. The job of our breath, the job of our diaphragm is to keep the lower back nice and lubricated. But we are a generation of people who breathe in the chest because we think we need to hold our tummies in all the time. And on exhale, we're going to release. We can try the do-si-do changeover, or we're just going to switch sides. So you can either come back to tabletop and switch knees, or you can lean to the left, do-si-do, and come on back and sit down. Oh, left leg's on top now. What a surprise. All right, sit up nice and tall. Left fingertips behind. Press in. Get tall through the crown of the head. Lift the heart. Roll the left shoulder open. Get more space. Inhale, reach up through the right hand. And exhale, bring that elbow across or hug in. What we're doing is we're trying to get the right ribs close to the inner left thigh. So whatever lever you need to do that, do that. And that left hand is going to stay behind us. We're not going to go into the bind because we want to create more space to grow. Okay, one more breath here. And exhale, release. We're going to extend the right leg. Slide the left foot out and snuggle it into the inner thigh, coming into our Janu Shirshasana. So we're going to reach back with the right hand so we can twist our chest over the extended leg and sink it down. Reach the left hand the outside. Get our shoulders more or less square. Once we're settled, we can bring the right hand back. And we're going to cross at the wrist and pull our elbows out. And if we're here, yeah, we can still get that pull. And see if you can find that same ripple through the spine on the inhale and the same melt on the exhale. Inhale, we look at the toes. Exhale, we release. We bring the hand around behind. So draw a line through your hips along the right leg and set your hand on that line about a half meter behind you. Take the right hand. We're going to swing and lift the hips. And let's rotate that hand all the way around and open. So instead of reaching for the front of the room, we're pulling that hand back and we're spiraling the heart toward the sky. So we can look toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Got some blue sky out there. I might try to get outside. I hope everybody out there has a chance to go outside. Exhale. Or you might just have to keep the solar fires burning in your own home. All right, let's lean back, release the legs, give them a little shake, sway the feet, bounce the knees, and we'll curl the right foot in. Left foot's nice and long. Give ourselves a little twist. Left hand behind, right hand to the outside of the leg, squaring ourselves. And as we come down, we want to try to keep the shoulders nice and level, and we're not canting up through the right shoulder. And then we take our right hand and find purchase on the outside of the leg, wherever we're holding. Bring the left hand in to help. Cross at the wrist. Pull the elbows long, or pull the elbows wide. Pull the body long, the spine long out of the sit bone, particularly the left one. Dive into all the various sensations that are happening right here and now. Again, find how the breath plays in this particular playground shape. And then next inhale, we'll look at the toes. Exhale, release. Right hand goes on that invisible line about a half meter behind the hips. Left hand helps us swing up the hips, and that arm goes all the way around to 9 o'clock. Opens up as we push the hips toward in the opposite direction. Lots of space through the chest. Let's spiral on down. Release the legs, give them a little shake. Then we're going to cross at the ankles and come on back to our hands and knees. We can take a little cat-cow on our way down. Sway the hips, find the way the body wants to move after the journey it's been through. And we're going to come on to our bellies. And let's roll onto the left side. So bend the knees. For this one, we're going to pillow our head on our left arm. Stack the hips. We're gonna draw the right knee behind us, the right leg behind us. Let's free up that right arm and maybe get that foot. So we're getting a quad stretch here on the side. So kick into the hand, find the balance on the left hip. Let's keep from bringing the knee up. We want to keep it more or less parallel to the ground. And we're rolling that right shoulder open at the same time. On the exhale, draw the navel in and up. Feel how that exhale kind of pulls the pubic bone toward the chin and deepens the stretch through the quad. Okay, let's restack the knees. So we want the knees to be the heels to be in line with the hips. Okay, so it's not exactly 90 degrees at this point. So we want to get a clamshell knee for this next part. So we're going to lift up a little bit. We're going to slide that left arm behind us in a T position. Okay, and lie back down. Right hand close to the shoulder. We're going to roll ourselves into that left shoulder. Okay? And we can lift the left knee. Now, if this is too much intensity in the shoulder, we can keep the knees stacked. But otherwise, let's clamshell the legs. Okay? If that feels good, we can curl the right hand behind us. We want to make sure that the head is released to the ground. If you're having a hard time with that, get a towel, get a blanket, get a block. So what we're looking for is a lot of sensation in the right shoulder head, around the right shoulder girdle. We're using this right knee as a bit of a weight to roll us deeper into it, if that's appropriate. And let's lower the knees. Let's bring that right hand back around. And we're going to roll onto our tummies. Take a moment, just release the arms alongside the body. Sway the hips. Big belly breath into the ground. And we'll switch sides. I'll go ahead and flip around so I'm facing you. So again, lying on our side, right arm pillowing our head. And then we're going to draw the left knee back. So it's right now, it's in line with the rest of the body. Okay. Then we're going to look up to the sky, roll this left shoulder open, and go ahead and grab hold of the... Oh, wait a minute. Did I do that? Yeah. No. I think I'm doing the other side again. Yeah, just do the other side. Ignore my left and right. What did we do last time? Yeah, okay. I'm holding on to the left leg. We did the right leg before, right? Again, keeping that lifted leg parallel to the ground. Every exhale, navel up and in toward the spine. Our next exhale, release the leg, come back to stack. Let's lift up a little bit so we can slide this right arm behind us at a 90-degree angle. So it's right at an arm out at a T. Left hand by the face. And we open up the knees as we try to stack our shoulders in this position. Left hand can stay right here or it can curl around. Using the left knee to wing us open. And maybe add more intensity into that shoulder head. Relax the head. Relax the head toward the ground. This is not a neck stretch. We're aiming into our shoulders. We hold so much tension. Especially if we're doing most of our social distancing at the computer, we're most likely rolling our shoulders forward. This is such a beautiful way to release it. And we'll bring the knees together as we bring the left hand forward. Come all the way onto the belly. Take a moment with the forehead resting on the hands. Sway the hips. Kerber. And then release the arms alongside the body. Melt into the ground. Turn one cheek if that feels better. Or if the forehead on the ground feels fine, do that. And then we're going to bend both knees. And we're going to go ahead and grab those feet. And we're going to roll both those open shoulders open and up away from the ground. This may be where you stay, or you kick in and lift, lift, lift. And if you're feeling spunky, maybe we can rock a bit onto our tummies. Wow! Play around in our back bend. Make sure you're breathing. Try to keep the knees more or less in line with the hips. They'll want to tend outward. 3 and 2 and 1. Let go. Melt. Sway the hips. Pick up the feet. Windshield wiper the feet. Flip your one cheek to the mat. Turn the other cheek to the mat. Feel your breath into the mat. Feel how it rebounds into your back body. And when you're ready, we're going to come all the way onto our bums and get ready for our inversion. So once we come on down, let's gather the knees into the chest here. And here's one of those places where you check in and find out how your body wants to move. Just allow yourself to play, move around. You're at home. No one's looking at you. Okay, we're going to start coming into a close with our Shavasana, before Shavasana, our inversion in shoulder stand. So the first half of shoulder stand, we are going to play. So you have the opportunity to move. Maybe you do a pigeon. I'll show you what that looks like because I don't want you looking at the screen while you're in shoulder stand because that's too much weight on the neck. So we'll roll on back, lift the hips, feed the feet up to the sky. Okay, so for the first half, we're going to play around. Right, we're going to, one leg reaches overhead, the other leg reaches overhead. Maybe we come into Baddha Konasana, upside down. Maybe we take a pigeon. But all of this fun is in service to the stillness we're going to come into for the last half. Okay, so are you ready to come up? I'm going to go ahead and tie up my shirt a little bit here. And so explore your shoulder stand for the first, we'll give it 8 breaths, okay? First 8 breaths of shoulder stand. So set yourself up, get your hips over your shoulders or as close as possible. So if you're here in a bit of a pike, don't worry. We'll work our way up eventually. And just play. Don't look at me. Don't look at the screen. Just explore. Only you know where your body's at right now. Now, if shoulder stand's not available at all, then go ahead and stick your bum on some blankets. And bring your legs up to the sky. And you still get the benefits of the reverse of circulation without the strain. All right, we're about to settle in. 8 breaths of stillness. Find your roots at the back of your head, across your shoulder, back of the arm. Breathe up into your toes. Push up through the balls of the big toes, almost like you're wearing high heels. Okay, on your next exhale, let's lower the feet overhead. If you're on a bolster, just bring your legs toward your head. Okay, once you get down, press the sit bones up to the sky. Try to get long through the spine. Okay, from here we're going to move into fish. So you can either roll down or set up for fish, or maybe if your hands are already in mudra, you can lower your hips right onto your hands. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And once your heels reach the ground, press into your elbows, lift the heart. Look at the toes, press the chest up more. And relax the crown of the head back down. Lift the chin. Might have to move the messy bun. Breathe through the front body. As then on your next exhale, we'll press into the elbows, tuck the chin, lower on back down. Lift the hips, release the hands. And here again, you're gonna ask your body, okay, what do I want to do now? What do I need now to release? Do I need a big hug? Do I need to hug the knees in? Do I need to take a happy baby? Do I need a little supine twist thrown in? And again, just like our play in shoulder stand before stillness, this is in service to the stillness we're going to come into in Shavasana. Please don't skip Shavasana. So even if you have to go right now, just take a couple minutes, three cycles of breath. You have enough time for 3 cycles of breath. 3 cycles of breath in Shavasana. The rest of us will stay here for about 5. Let the rest of us stay here for about 5 minutes. Your monkey mind's not going to like it. It never does. Or maybe your monkey mind today is like, oh, yeah, I earned a Shavasana. I'm taking it. So once you have played, you've gotten your happy babies or whatever else out, settle in. Snuggle the shoulder blades under the heart. So your own inner sunshine is radiating outward into the world. Let's make sure that the sacrum starts out flat, but then we extend our legs, it might lift a little bit. That's okay. Lift the chin, tuck it. Take a few big belly breaths. Clear it out. Remain here for the next few minutes. Release the breath once you've taken your last clearing breath. You might take off your watches, release your hair for this one. And just settle into the earth. Become that seed that's important to you. And if you find yourself getting your monkey mind jumping in and giving all kinds of reasons why not to be focused on the little seed that you've chosen, just come back to the breath. Just become a witness to the breath. That's always our reset, is that beautiful ebb and flow that we participate in, even when we're not thinking about it. And once we come back to that place of stillness and the island of our breath, then we can start to invoke the seed that we're nurturing, and let that settle in with us. Let that settle into the heart of our being. The things that we think about are the things that we invite into our lives. We don't have 100% control of what life throws at us. We do have control over how we respond to it. And that's always easier said than done. Always, always easier said than done. It takes practice. And so by cultivating a breath that brings us to our island, our harbor, so that we can bring matters into a mindful area, then we have a better chance of navigating the storms of life with grace, with wisdom, with courage, than if we just react to the things that life throws at us. And so right now, life has thrown pretty big things at all of us, and we're in that same boat, that same rocking boat. So now more than ever is a time when you need to feed the things that matter.
Before you start to move from your Shavasana, let's feed ourselves with a few deep, delicious inhales. And slide gently through our exhales. Really emphasizing our exhales, as we noted before. The exhale is associated with spring, that big after holding our breath through winter. Let's bring some movement for our feet and hands. Let's bring the palms together and get some heat between the palms. And take that warmth that we're generating to our eye sockets. Gentle massage around the rims of the eyes, into the scalp. Massage the cheeks, neck, shoulders. Say thank you, body. Thank you all the way down to the toes. And we're going to roll on to the right side. I'm going to roll to my left side. And take a couple breaths here. Play grounding your breath. And we'll come up to Sukhasana. Find our easy pose. Settle in through our sit bones. And we'll bring our hands to heart center. And instead of our Anjali Mudra, we'll do our austerity mudra. Kind of cradling our heart. Feeling the warmth under the hands. Circulating a sense of well-being. From that place of peace is where we can be compassionate with ourselves, and from ourselves with others. We can find courage in ourselves, and then encourage courage in others. We can find wisdom in ourselves and recognize the best way to serve that wisdom and share it with others. Thank you so much for joining me. I know things are a little bit in upheaval, and so taking this time to come into yourself, come into your being, is not always easy with so much distraction. And I'm so grateful for everybody who's sharing a practice with me now, and those who might watch later. I owe my daughter Slurpee because she she stayed out of the way for the live stream. So let's go ahead and seal our practice with the sound of Om and 3 Shantis. Big inhale together. Long exhale. Inhale to begin.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace with you, with your circle of family and friends, with the world. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. If you'd like to see more live streams or have suggestions for live streams, please make a comment below. I'm still working out the kinks. I still don't have the sound quite right, and I need to get a better Ethernet for my internet connection. But if there are people out there who would like some more live streams, especially during this time, let me know so that I can respond to you. If you have any questions about anything else, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Please subscribe if you're so inclined. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Bye, everybody. Mwah.